Hi there, this is June Amparo of Richly Blessed Today. You know, one of the realities of life is we only tend to remember people when we need something from them, right? And part of our human nature is that someone will love you as much as he or she can use you. But unfortunately in life, there are certain things you might forget sooner or later. I know it's sad, but it's true. We only try to reconnect with someone when we are deeply in need or desperate for help, right? But when life is smooth and we think we can live independently, we take for granted some special people who helped us in the past. The life of Joseph in the Bible is a vivid illustration of this sad reality. Let me share with you the story. Joseph was in prison because he was falsely accused of raping Potiphar's wife. And while at the prison, he met two other prisoners, the cupbearer and the chief baker. They were at the jail because they were offended Pharaoh. Okay, and interestingly, they both had dreams, but no one could interpret the meaning of their dreams. Finally, Joseph asked them to tell him their dreams and reassured both the cupbearer and the baker that God is entirely in control. With help from God, Joseph interpreted the dreams, and we know the rest of the story. The interpretation of the dream was in favor of the cupbearer. So Joseph told him the good news that he would be out of prison and he would be restored in Pharaoh's court. Now, in exchange for this amazing news, Joseph had made one request: to remember him before Pharaoh. One sentence from the cupbearer might finally set him free. And then the cupbearer, after hearing the good news, probably said, "Okay, don't worry, Joseph. I will tell the king and I will help you get out of this place." However, the baker had a different fate. Unlike the cupbearer, he will be hanged or executed in 3 days. Joseph believed he deserved, compassion and kindness after telling the cupbearer about this good news. And for the first few weeks or so, maybe Joseph watched his cell door expectantly and just waiting for the warden to come to fetch him. Surely the cupbearer would not forget him. And then this story reminded me to look back on my own life and think about the people who would have significantly influenced me for good. Who are the people who have made a positive difference in your life? Okay? Are they your parents, your teachers, mentors? Whoever they are, don't forget them. And always remember, okay, and show gratitude to the people who have done good things in your life. Sadly, the chief cupbearer forgot Joseph. Genesis chapter 40 ends up with 3 devastating words: he forgot him. The cupbearer didn't visit him at all. He didn't even call him. And instead, he let Joseph suffer in jail. The cupbearer has no sense of obligation to return a favor owed to someone. I'm sure it deeply hurts Joseph. It's not easy to get over the feeling of being forgotten, and it can crush someone's spirit. Now, the cupbearer's lack of compassionate kindness kept Joseph essentially dead for 2 years. But when in Genesis 41, the cupbearers remembered Joseph after 2 whole years, and it was only after 2 years that he remembered him when Pharaoh had a dream. Why? Because no one could interpret the plan, and Joseph was the only one who could help them. The cupbearer forgot Joseph, but the Lord has never forgotten him. And here's an essential fact of life we need to remember as children of God. People may fail us, but there is God in heaven who always hears our prayers. So even though Joseph was in prison, the Lord is still with him from the very beginning. Now let me ask you this. Has someone forgotten you? Maybe your parents or close friends? Have you been abused by people who are supposed to love you? Have you been abandoned by your loved ones who don't care about your current situation? Now, I want you to remember this. People may fail you, but God always remembers you even when you're in the darkest moment of your life. If you think someone has forgotten you, God deeply cares for you. Thanks for watching.